My name is Emily Carter. I am 27 years old and I work as a customer service representative in a busy office in Chicago. Every morning, I get my coffee and sit at my gray desk with all the other employees. The bright lights above me feel a little too bright sometimes and the phones never stop ringing. I want to help people, but some days it is hard to smile when I do not feel happy inside. Today feels different, something is going to happen and I can feel it. I wonder if I will be ready for it. It is only 9 o'clock and the office is already noisy. My phone is almost always ringing. I answer another call trying to sound friendly. A customer says he did not receive his order. His voice is loud and he sounds very upset. I feel nervous because I am still new at this job. My hands feel cold and I hope I do not say something wrong. I am sorry for the mistake, I tell him. But he does not want to listen. He says he wants to talk to my boss. I try to remember what my manager, Mr. Miller, told me about difficult customers. Stay calm, listen, and do your best to help, he said. But today, I feel every word is too hard to say. When the call ends, I feel bad. I wonder if I am good enough for this job. Maybe I do not have what it takes. My desk neighbor, Ryan, leans over and asks if everything is okay. I want to tell him I am struggling, but I just smile. It's fine, I say, but inside I am worried I will make more mistakes. I look at the clock. There are 8 more hours to go. My stomach feels tight. I think about the customer satisfaction signs hanging on the wall and how important it is for everyone to give good service. I try to breathe slowly and prepare for the next call. My manager, Mr. Miller, walks by my desk. He is tall and always very busy. He looks down at me for a moment. Emily, we need to be quicker with the calls. There are customers waiting. His voice is not angry, but I can tell he wants me to hurry. I nod, trying to hide my stress. Yes, Mr. Miller. I will try. When he walks away, I feel a little more pressure inside. Maybe I am not good enough. Maybe everyone else is better at this than me. A new call comes in. This time, a woman asks questions about a return. She sounds confused. I answer her questions, but I forget some details. She asks to speak to someone else. I try not to show my disappointment when she leaves me for another agent. I wonder if my voice sounds nervous. Again, I think about what I am doing wrong. On my break, I walk to the lunchroom, but my head is filled with worries. I think about quitting, but I need this job. I see other coworkers laughing together, talking easily. They look happy and confident, and I wonder why it feels so hard for me. Maybe I just have to get used to it. I sit by the window and eat a sandwich, looking out at the busy street below. I tell myself everyone must have hard days sometimes. Maybe tomorrow will be better. For now, I just need to survive one call at a time. I take a deep breath, hoping the afternoon will be a little less hard. After lunch, the office feels even busier. The phones seem to ring louder, and my email inbox keeps filling up with messages from customers. Mr. Miller sends out a notice. We must finish a big project by the end of today. There is a deadline now, and I feel my heartbeat get faster. I try to focus, but I keep making small mistakes. When I fix one problem, another one takes its place. It feels like I am always behind, even when I work as quickly as I can. Ryan, my desk neighbor, looks worried too. He tells me the system is slow today. We both sigh. Then my computer stops working for a minute and I cannot help anyone. I press the keys harder, hoping the screen will come back. My face feels hot. I tell myself not to cry. After a moment, the computer works again, but I am even more behind now. Customers are waiting longer and some are getting angry. One customer writes an email with big, red letters. She says that our service is very bad today and she will tell everyone about her bad experience. I feel embarrassed. I wish I could do more, but my hands can only go so fast. My stomach hurts from all the stress. When Mr. Miller passes by, he asks, "Emily, are you keeping up with the project?" I try to smile, but he knows I am struggling. He tells me to try harder. I nod, but I do not know how to fix everything. I want to hide under my desk and make the noise go away. In the middle of all this chaos, my coworker Kelly stops by. She is always fast at her job. She smiles, but I can see that she is tired too. "Emily, do you need help with the new form?" she asks. First, I want to say no. I do not want Kelly to know how much I need help. But I realize I am alone if I do not ask. "Yes, I do," I say, my voice quiet. She sits with me for a moment and shows me a shortcut for the computer program. Her tip saves me time. I thank her, feeling a little less lost. Still, I think about how hard it is to keep up. My phone rings nonstop and the ticking clock on the wall makes me want to rush. I answer another call and this time I make a mistake on the order. The customer is upset. I wish I was faster and more confident. I look around and see other people typing quickly, their faces serious and focused. I think they must be much better at this job than I am. Suddenly, I realize that if I keep doing everything the same way, nothing will get better. I stay quiet for a moment at my desk. I tell myself, things will not change until I change how I handle these problems. I decide I have to speak up more often and ask for help if I need it. Maybe I can learn from others. My hands still shake a little, but I feel a new sense of determination. I want to try something different, even if it is difficult for me. Late in the afternoon, the office feels tighter, like there is not enough air to breathe. The sun falls through the windows, making lines on the gray carpet. Phones are ringing, emails are coming, and everywhere I look, people are moving fast. My heart pounds as I think about the big project deadline. I know that if I make one more mistake, Mr. Miller might be very disappointed in me, or even worse, I could lose my job. I hear Ryan typing quickly, Kelly hurrying by with a stack of papers, and the hum of voices all mixing into one loud rush. My hands shake as I answer what feels like my 100th call of the day. Suddenly, I see an email from a very important client in my inbox, marked as urgent. The subject line says, "Order error, please fix immediately." My stomach drops. I open the email and read their complaint. Their big order has been mixed up again. My first thought is that I am not ready for this. I feel my face grow warm and I want to hide or maybe let someone else handle it. The fear in me is so strong that I almost close the email and ignore it. But inside I know if I keep avoiding hard things, I will never grow and nothing will change. This is my moment. I have to decide if I will face this or run away. I sit up straighter and take a deep breath. My mind is racing. I remember what Kelly showed me earlier, the shortcut on the computer that makes things go faster. I also remember Mr. Miller's talks about owning our mistakes and fixing them fast. My fear and doubt are loud, but I feel a tiny bit of hope push up through the fear. Maybe I am not perfect, but I can try. I open the client's file and look for the mistake. My hands still feel shaky, but I take it step by step. While I am checking the order, Mr. Miller comes over and asks, "Emily, can you handle this? We need it fixed now." His eyes are serious and he waits for my answer. I want to say, I am not sure, but instead I look at him and say, "Yes, I will take care of it." I feel the pressure on me, but also a strange strength growing inside. I start to fix the problem, checking numbers, copying information, and typing messages. I call the client, my voice shaking at first, but I tell them honestly that there was a mistake and I am already working on a solution. I listen carefully to the client's frustrations and I promise to update them as soon as I fix everything. Every moment feels important. I forget about the people around me because I am focused on what I need to do. After hanging up, I finish all the changes in the system, double-checking every step. My phone rings again. This time, it is the client. Their voice is calmer now, and they thank me for fixing the error. At that moment, relief washes over me. But even bigger than relief is a new feeling. I did not give up. I faced this challenge even when I was scared. As I sit in my chair, the stress is still there, but it is mixed with pride. I did what I thought I could not do. Right after I finish fixing the big order, I sit very still at my desk for a moment, feeling the rush of everything that just happened. My hands are still a little shaky, and I cannot believe I really did it. My mind jumps quickly between thinking something must still be wrong and hoping everything is finally all right. I count my steps again, open the client file, correct the numbers, click save. Feels like a test I have worried about all day, and now I have my answer. I feel a new, careful hope inside me. Maybe I am stronger than I thought. Mr. Miller walks by my desk, looking at his phone. For a second, I am scared he will be angry or that I missed something small but important. He stops, looks at me, and says in his usual busy voice, "Emily, the client just called back. They said you handled the problem well." At first I am surprised. I wait to see if he will add something else, but he just nods and looks pleased, even if only for a moment. It is almost a smile, and I cannot help but feel taller in my chair. Confidence comes in small pieces, but it feels big in this cold, bright office. Ryan hears our manager and gives me a thumbs up from across the row of desks. He whispers, "Nice job, Emily. I knew you could do it." This makes me smile for real, not the fake smile I gave earlier in the day. I knew Ryan was watching, and now I see he also understands when something is hard, even if he usually works fast. I begin to notice the sound of the office around me. It is still busy, but it does not seem as loud now. People are working, helping clients, and fighting their own small battles at their desks. Kelly comes over after a few minutes. She leans on the edge of my desk and gives me a look like she is really proud of me. "Glad you asked for help earlier," she says softly. "That's how we all get through days like this." Her words settle something inside of me. Maybe I do not have to do everything alone after all. Maybe being strong also means asking when I need help, not hiding my worries in a quiet corner. As I work on answering a few more emails, I feel my nerves changing into focus. The work is not easier, but I am not scared to try now. I learned something important from this day. If I wait for fear to go away, nothing will change. Action comes first, even if it is messy or difficult. And when I make a mistake, I can talk about it, fix it, and move forward. There is still a little worry in my heart, but it is mixed with something new, pride and understanding. I understand more about my job now. Everyone feels stress, and nobody really does everything alone. This challenge did not break me like I feared. Instead, it taught me that facing problems, taking action, and connecting with others are all part of surviving tough days in this busy office. The voices and ringing phones around me do not seem quite as scary as they did before. The office is quieter now. Most of the important calls are finished, and I can finally take a breath. I lean back in my chair and look out the small window by the coffee machine. The sun is setting, casting a soft orange color over the busy street below. I feel tired, but not the same kind of tired I felt this morning. My thoughts turn back to the biggest trouble of the day, the difficult call and the mistake with the big client. I remember how scared I felt before, but now when I think of it, I also feel a sense of pride. I made it through one of the hardest moments at work, and I did not give up. Ryan comes over carrying 2 paper cups of coffee. He sits by me and hands me one with a grin. "You know, I used to be really bad at this job at first," he says. "I thought I would never get used to the busy phones and unhappy customers. But you learn. Honestly, today you showed you were part of the team." His words make me smile and some of my worries go away. I realize maybe I am not the only one who feels like a fake sometimes. Maybe almost everyone here is just doing their best and trying not to let the pressure show. I want to remember how I solved problems today. I made plenty of mistakes, but I did not run away or wait for someone else to clean them up. I took charge, I asked for help when I needed it, and I kept going even when I was frightened. Something in my mind feels different than before. I no longer believe that messing up means I am weak. Instead, I see that mistakes are just part of learning the job. Maybe tomorrow there will be new troubles, but now I have a little proof that I can get stronger, one challenge at a time. As I drink my coffee, I chat more with Ryan. He tells me that every day there are mistakes and big problems. But what matters, he says, is not if you make mistakes, but how you deal with them. He tells me about one time he sent the wrong document to a client and how the whole team worked together to fix it. I feel lighter when I hear his story. I see that nobody is really perfect, not even the people who look so confident. I find myself thinking deeper as the office becomes even quieter. Today, I learned that fears do not need to control me. Action, even small action, changes everything. I also learned that asking for help from a coworker is not weakness, but actually smart. When I worked together with Kelly, I was able to fix things faster and we both felt better at the end. Before I leave for the evening, I write a quick note as a reminder on a post-it. You can do hard things. Ask for help if you need it. I stick it on my computer where I can see it tomorrow morning. As I put on my coat and step out, I realize that work will always have challenges. But I do not have to face them alone or with fake smiles. A real team shares the hard times and grows stronger together. Inside, I feel lighter, as if I am walking out into a fresh new start. The next morning, I wake up before my alarm. For the first time in weeks, I do not feel a heavy stone in my stomach as I get ready for work. I think back to yesterday and remember the note I left on my computer. You can do hard things. Ask for help if you need it. These words run through my mind as I make coffee and watch the city start to move outside my window. The air feels different today. I am not excited about problems at work, but I am not as afraid anymore. Something inside me feels steady, like I have a quiet strength to carry with me. When I walk into the office, I look at my coworkers and notice their tired eyes and busy hands in a new way. I see Ryan's friendly nod and Kelly already typing at her computer. I remember Ryan's story from yesterday about making mistakes, and I know now that even good workers have hard days. I go to my desk, take off my coat, and before I do anything else, I read the note I wrote. I want to keep this new mindset every day. The phones start ringing right away, the same as always, but instead of feeling trapped, I pause, breathe, and tell myself I will just handle one thing at a time. When a customer asks a question I do not know, I do not panic or pretend. Instead, I tell the customer I will find the answer and I walk over to Kelly. She is a little surprised to see me standing there, but she smiles and quickly helps me with the information. When I return to my desk, I answer confidently. It feels good not just for the customer, but for myself too. All morning, I keep practicing what I learned. If I feel confused or start to worry, I tell myself to take it step by step, ask for help, or double-check my work. I am more careful, but also less afraid to make small mistakes. I do not let the pressure grow inside me like it used to. Instead, if something is wrong, I own it, fix it, and then move forward. There is a gentle feeling of teamwork in the office today as I talk and share tiny jokes with Ryan and Kelly. It does not stop the work from being hard, but it does make me feel connected and supported, not alone like before. Mr. Miller comes by my desk just before lunch. He does not say much, but he leaves me a small note with the words, "Good work, keep it up." Reading his message, I know he noticed how I handled yesterday's trouble and how I am growing in my role. His trust means a lot. I carefully put the note near my computer so I can see it when I feel unsure. By the time my shift ends, I am still tired, but less drained than usual. I smile and wave goodbye to my teammates. Walking home, I feel proud of how far I have come. My problems are not gone, and I know stressful days will come again, but I also know I have real tools to face them. I can be honest about what I do not know. I can work together with others. Most importantly, I do not have to hide behind a fake smile anymore. I can let the real me show up at work. Someone stronger, braver, and ready to learn each new day. A week goes by and I notice the little changes in myself every day. I walk into the office now with a calm, even quiet confidence. The voices, ringing phones, and busy emails are all still part of my day, but I do not feel so out of place anymore. At my desk, I start the morning by checking my "You can do hard things" note and Mr. Miller's "Good work, keep it up." These reminders are simple, but they work like gentle friends, sitting with me even through a storm of problems. I have learned how to handle busy times with less panic. When I feel stress rise, I focus on my breath and tell myself to slow down and take things one step at a time. I do not hide behind a fake smile as much now. I greet customers and coworkers with honesty. If I feel tired one day or make a mistake, I do not pretend that everything is perfect. I know now that nobody here is perfect, not even Mr. Miller or Kelly or Ryan. We each have our own struggles. Ryan sometimes comes by my desk to talk about hard calls or share a joke, and Kelly and I work together, helping each other when things get tough. I have become braver about asking questions. When I do not know something, I say it kindly and ask for help, and nobody thinks less of me for it. With each answer or tip, I remember it for the next time. I am starting to learn the patterns, the good shortcuts, and the ways to calm angry customers. I am slowly building my skills, and I am proud even of the small progress. Last Friday, Mr. Miller gave me a small project to lead. It only lasted a day, but it was mine, and he trusted me to guide the calls, make a quick report, and finish the follow-up. A few weeks earlier, this would have filled me with fear. Now, I still felt a little nervous, but I saw it more as a challenge than a threat. When I finished the project and saw that everything went well, I let myself feel proud. Ryan gave me a thumbs up, and Kelly smiled and said she noticed how I stayed focused all day. Looking out the window at the city, I realized that the old heavy feeling is fading. I am still me, I am still learning, but now I know I have the power and the tools to face new things. When a new problem comes, I meet it not as an enemy but as something I can work through. The office is not perfect. Sometimes the system goes down, sometimes a customer shouts, sometimes I get tired, but I do not give up. These small victories show me I am making real progress. There will always be days that test me and problems I do not see coming, but I understand now that it is okay to ask for help, okay to learn from mistakes, and okay to feel scared as long as I try anyway. The real me grows a little stronger every time. When I leave work, I walk with a lighter step and a hopeful heart. I know more challenges will come, but I am ready for them. My smile now comes from a real place, not from pretending. As I walk into the evening light, I feel ready for tomorrow and for all the days ahead.